Welcome to Conley's Cool ESL. Today we are going to learn how to make sentences in the present tense, but not any kind of sentences. Oh no, we are going to make negative sentences in the present tense. Maybe not so nice today. We're going to do this, we are going to need a helping verb called do. Sometimes it might look like does. Same thing. And we'll also need this other word that means no, called not. Let's learn how to do it. Come on, let's go. Here we have the simple present negative. I have a picture up here. As you can see, the lady here says coffee. She says, no thanks, I don't drink coffee. And over here, you can see this person says, I don't like my job. Here, you have this, you have a narrator saying he doesn't like his job. So, we have don't, doesn't, and don't. Over here I wrote the, so right here I wrote the positives. We have I, you, we, you, they, work, like, do, have. And for he, she, it, works, likes, does, has. We have this S thing going on over here. For negatives it's a little different. For negatives, as you can see over here, I wrote the verb. And so the verb doesn't change, no matter if it's I, we, you, they, he, she, or it. It's always the work, like, do, have. But something else changes in here. Here we have this helping verb. And I'll show you what to do. So, you have for I, we, you, they, do, not. And as you know that as don't. For he, she, it, works, blah, 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 likes, does, has. In the negative, it becomes he does not. Or in the short form, as you've seen before, doesn't. And so the sentences sound like I do not work, I don't work, I don't like, I don't do, I don't have. And down here I'll use the example of he does not work, he does not like, have, he does not have, he does not do, he does not have, or he doesn't work, he doesn't like, he doesn't do, he doesn't have. So you can make it different ways. As you can see, you can make it smaller or larger, as I've said before with other videos like the long form and short form. Let's do some examples below. Let's do some examples together here. Insert the correct form below. I wrote the verbs right there. Here's the first example. I drink coffee, but I don't drink tea. Let's do the next one here. Let's do negatives. You blank very hard. We know the word is work. What word do we need there beforehand? You should be thinking a do or does. And in this case, is it you do or you does? You should be thinking does. So I'm going to write it right here. Does. What am I thinking? You do. And the negative is not. You do not. And we need the verb now. Work very hard with my horrible handwriting. You do not work very hard. Let's do the next one now. So we blank television very often. Is it we do or we does? You should say we do. Now is it, for the negative I'm going to write we don't. And the verb is watch, so we don't watch television very often. It's not we don't watches, it's just we don't watch. You don't need to add the ES. No ES, no S, nothing like that. Just don't or doesn't.
Next one. The weather is nice. It blank a lot. So let's make this negative. Is it do or it doesn't? You should say it does, and as a negative, we can make it a doesn't rain a lot. Next one, we have Gary and Nicole right here. Gary and Nicole blank many people. As a negative is two people. Is it I, you, he, she, it, we, or they? You should be thinking that it is a they. So, they blank many people. They don't or doesn't. Should be they don't. And it's only no. It's they don't know many people, not they. The answer is not Gary and Nicole don't knows many people. It's just Gary and Nicole don't know many people. You do not need to add an S. Last one. I blank Fred and Fred blank me. Let's make these both negative. Here we have I don't like Fred, and Fred don't or doesn't. What is Fred? Is it I, you, he, she, it, we, or they? You should say he. So, all right, he. So is it he don't or he doesn't? You should say he doesn't. So Fred doesn't. And just the verb. Like me. So the sentence should read, with a period of course at the end, I don't like Fred and Fred doesn't like me. And there you have it. That's how you make the negative in the simple present.
So we saw a few examples of how to make negative sentences in the present tense. To do that, we need to start with the subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, or they. And then after that, we need that helping verb, do or does. Remember, we use does with he, she, or it. After that, we have not, and then finally, the verb you wanted to use. So as long as you use the helping verb, do or does, with not, you too can make negative sentences in the present tense. Thanks for watching. Check out more videos from Conley School ESL. See you around.